Good morning, everyone. Thanks for assisting to this presentation of Nexetic. Thanks for your participation in this session. We're going to have the presentation of this vendor from Nexetic, when we will have the Microsoft 365 backup for Intcomex partners presentation. And I would like to introduce you to Henry Liukko-Sipi, the CEO of Nexetic. So please, you are all welcome, and any kind of, if you have any kind of questions during the session, you are welcome to do all your questions. So thank you, Henry. So you can start with the presentation.
Okay, thank you and welcome everybody. It's really nice to have all of you online. As mentioned, my name is Henry and I'm the CEO of Nexetic Ltd. and then joining this meeting from Finland, from Espoo, where our headquarters is located. And in Nexetic, we are securing valuable business data these days over from 4,000 companies on computer servers and cloud every day. So basically, the management service providers are our core of our channel sales. So that's really important side of our business. And at the moment, we have a little bit more than 400 reseller partners all around in the world. And we are a Finnish company. We have a lot of course, resellers and end customers in Nordic, in Baltics, in EU, but also all around in the world. So basically, this cooperation between us and Intcomex is really interested for our point of view, and I could say that this is a strategic alliance for us. Good, but today we will discuss more about and more detailed information about our products. And as you may have known, we do have a products for laptop backup. We have both for Macs and for PCs, excellent laptop backup and also unlimited plan available. And then we have also server backup, and then we have a cloud backup. We have both for Microsoft 365 and also cloud backup for Google Workspace. But today we will focus on Microsoft 365. And why is that? The reason is that the momentum is unbelievable at the moment when it comes to the Microsoft 365 backup. Our revenue grew last year more than 250%, and that was only because of the Microsoft 365 backup, because the momentum is excellent at the moment. The laptop backup is also growing, but not as fast as this part, and that's the reason why I thought that it might be better to focus on that side today's presentation, and that is what we will do today. Even Gartner said that over 50% of Microsoft 365 corporate customers will adopt third-party backup solution within the next upcoming 12 months. So basically, it means that for the resellers and for the end customers, there is at the moment really good momentum, and this is something that we actually really need to be taken care of. And the situation in the market is really interesting for our point of view, because there is not so many competitors, and I would say that we have excellent position in the market to go further with that part. There are a couple of words about the why we are heading to this market, the reasons why the end customers are using these kind of services, and we actually use a lot of the material that Microsoft have created in their own service level agreement. So basically, these are the reasons why they need third-party backup. They are actually saying that they have this share responsibility model, and this is something that most of the end customers have started to realize now after using the 365 system for a couple of months or maybe even a year or two. They have already lost some data from there, and they have noticed that, oh my God, I need some service to restore the data from the system, I can rely on Microsoft on that side. And that's the reason why the momentum is so hot at the moment. And a couple of more reasons. This is more or less the end customer material that we are using in our sales meetings is that we are going through with the resellers, with the end customers about why companies need to back up Microsoft 365. There are of course several reasons, but I would say that these different kind of external security threats are one of the most interesting at the moment, because there is a lot of ransomware. People magazines are writing about that, and there is every day new news about some kind of new ransomware. And every time when there is news about that, end customers are starting to think that, hey, I really need to do something about it. I really need to buy third-party backup system for my information. And then of course there are a lot of end user mistakes that the end customers are doing, and several reasons why they really need services like this. And then, for example, there was last April, there was this situation in Europe. It was 3-day service interruption. There was more than 60,000 companies that they couldn't sign in to the Microsoft 365 within 3 working days. And for the most of the companies, it was really hard situation, because they didn't have any third-party solution to restore the data on their computers. And basically it meant that their businesses were stopped at this 3 days. So basically these are the situations why they really need to do decent backup, and this is the reason why we are at the market at the moment. And this is something that we need to educate with our resellers, these end customers. And the momentum is huge. As I mentioned, we had a great annual growth, but actually also everybody who is involved with this Microsoft 365 business, there has been average more than 300% annual growth in the business side. So basically this is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted us to focus on that part today. Of course, the laptop backup and the server backup is really important, and there is also growing market on that side, but these figures are much smaller on that side. So I think this is good approach to start from there. So as mentioned, we have 4 different kind of products, but this Microsoft 365 product is the core product for now. And what we have done, we have made an excellent service and a really secure service to handle the critical Microsoft data. And the user interface, as you can see, and what I'm about to show you, is really easy to use. And for end customers, this is one of the most important thing. And what else we have done differently than what our competitors have done? For example, retention policies. By default, for example, there are no retention policies in place, so admin users can create these retention policies in the management portal for all selected users as they want. And we have, for example, automated email reporting. So admin users can create automated email reports for support purposes. So if there is any kind of problems with the system, so there will be automated email reporting on that side. Audit log is one thing which is making a big difference between us and our competitor. With our system, you can see all actions of domain users in the management portal, and this is also high data security thing. Backup after configuration is completed, so if you want to use that feature, it's also possible on your side. And with us, this user license is including backup for Exchange, mail, contacts, and calendar, and OneDrive for business and SharePoint. And then we are adding this Teams feature. So after 2 weeks, it will also do backup from the team side, and that's also something that is making difference between us and our competitors. So basically, this Shield Backup Office 365 provides automatic backup of the end customer company's critical data and instant data recovery. And it's fully GDPR compatibility, and there is actually also protection against user error and malware for the end customer, and that's what we are doing. Now I managed to click the wrong slide. Sorry about that. Oh. Sorry guys, can you still hear me? I managed to click one wrong button, so
we can hear you.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I actually lost my presentation, so let's do that one more time. There we go. Okay, can you now see the user interface of Shield Backup Win plus Mac?
Yes, I can see the information.
Yeah, great. So basically, this is the laptop backup client, and as you can see, it's actually done with the same way with the O365 backup. So also really easy to use interface, and as such, it has a centrally managed automatic cloud backup for Windows and Mac computers. And as mentioned, this unlimited plan is also available. But today we will focus on this 365 part, and I have this idea, all of you can actually test it by yourself. So only thing I need from you guys that just let me know your email and the domain that you are about to use. So then I can send our technical support will send you these trial credentials. So then you can also try it by yourself. But we have been actually able to automate it basically everything what can be automated. So as mentioned already, it's really easy to take into the usage. And from here, now you can see the sign in, right? And from here, it's really easy also. So basically, you are signing it with your 365. So there is no need for any kind of new credentials. And now you may have asked that why there is this sign in with alternate email. That's concerning the situations I mentioned that there was this service interruption 3 days also in whole Europe in last April. So in these kind of situations, so if you have some problems with the Microsoft 365 for reason or who can't sign in to the Microsoft 365, then it's possible to sign in with alternate email. And then when you are restoring the data, you just restore the data directly back to your own computer. So because for example, if the Microsoft is thinking that, hey, there is some kind of information that somebody is trying to, for example, use your account to spread ransomware viruses, then it's possible for them to say that, hey, now we need to cancel your credential for a while because of this search that they are about to make. So it's really impossible situation for the end customer, but with these kind of situations, you can sign in with this alternate email and restore the data directly to your computer. Then in the situation where you have just lost some data from your computer, then you can restore it directly back to the Microsoft 365 computer. And from here, you can see the basic scenery, how it looks like. So it's, as you can see, It's really easy to use user interface. From here, you can see with one scenery that, hey, how much data there is in backup, what services I'm backing up. Okay, I am backing up my mail, I'm backing up my drive, I'm backing up my contacts. Well, I don't back up my calendar for some reason. There is SharePoint and there is Teams included. So basically pretty easy for the reseller and really easy for the end customer. The only thing they need to know when they are restoring the data, that what services they want to restore. And storing mails, and it's really easy to use. So then you can pick up one decent email, or then you can restore the whole folder if you have for example, ransomware or some other major problem. So then you can restore everything to the original place, and that's pretty much about it. And from here you can see also the protection status, that hey, how many users I do have in my domain, and how many of them I have protected, and how many I haven't. So basically so much to show, because it really is easy to use user interface, and when you are restoring the data, it's like basically putting one click and go further. So it's really easy on that sense. And when the resellers are selecting these services to backup, so it's only one click, as you can see, that what services needs to be included. And as mentioned, we have been able to automate almost everything that can be automated. So this is for the resellers point of view, this is really easy, and also for the end customer point of view, this is also really easy. So there isn't much to do, or there isn't much to know. And if we are comparing this installation process, for example, with the laptop backup, this is even easier, because the only thing we need to know basically is the domain, and then you don't need any special credential, because they are signing in with the Microsoft 365 credential as a such. Laptop backup, you need to install the client to the computer, but with this service there is no need to do anything like that, and it takes only a couple of minutes, and then it's up and running. And we have also a lot of like hospitals and companies that are handling really vital and important data in their 365 environment. So the data security part is also handled in really high level data security. So this is also something that your resellers and their end customer can be sure that everything has been taken care of in a decent way. And our idea is that we don't want to be the cheapest player in the market, and not of course also having the highest price, but we want to be the best player, and we want to be the player who has the highest data security level in their system, because that's in DNA, so to speak. But that was basically about the product. Some other technology advantages that we have in our system is that, as mentioned, there is no need for any kind of extra setup or installation. You can start your Microsoft 365 backup within minutes with our service. And this new version automatically scales resources on Microsoft Azure cloud service. So it's actually really fast. It doesn't matter in what part of the globe you are using it. The backup data is stored in Azure, so you can understand that there is dynamic storage pool, and then they can grow infinitely as Microsoft 365 tenant is growing. So basically the scalability is excellent with this one. So if there is any need for the bigger companies, we can also do the installation really fast and a furious way with also these kind of players. And as mentioned, for the end customer, I would say that the most important thing is that this user interface is really easy to use, because that's what they are interested of. And I would say that this is also something that it's making differentiation between us and our competitors. In Scandinavia and also in Europe, we are competing a lot of against Skykick. They have excellent services also, but I would say that our user interface is much more intuitive at the moment, and this is something that it's giving us good position in the market these days. Some other reason why your partners should choose us. One thing is that with us they can get with one platform, they can have all customer user data sources in one portal. So in the upcoming weeks it's possible to have this panel management tool that you can run also these laptop backup clients, you can run server clients, and you can run Microsoft 365 cloud-to-cloud backup and then Google G Suite cloud-to-cloud backup from the same and one easy portal. And then, of course, money is important for the most of the partners, and with our services we have good agreement with you guys, and I would say that it's more than possible for the resellers to double the profit of the Microsoft 365 sales with our service, and they can really increase this recurring revenue that it's most of the management service providers are really interested of these days. And then the third and maybe the most important reason why they should pick us is that we have premium support, we have premium technical support because we operate only via channel sales. And these Heli, Tommy and Antti and all the fellows that are working in our technical support, they also know the code, so they really know what they are talking about, and that's something that the management service providers really love, because when they are sending emails or asking information in chat or having a phone call with our technical support, they know that they can get real answers and really fast, and this is also something that it's making differentiation between us and our best competitors. And a couple of more ideas that what you should say when the reseller asks that why partner with Nexetic. One platform that I already mentioned, and then this secure thing is of course really important, that the data is in secure place and there is enterprise grade security in all time, and data is stored all the time in the secure cloud, and then we are also GDPR compliant, so that's also really important. And we are actually running at the moment this ISO 27001 certificate, so after a couple of months we will also have that one, and at least for the big companies all around in the Europe, that's pretty important thing and a sign that we are high security company. We have excellent support for the partner, tech, sales and marketing. So basically, well, you have been seeing these materials that we have sent to you guys and to your resellers. So we have put a lot of time and effort to also think we can help them to do sales and how to do marketing and as such. And then in the end, money talks and it works, as they say. It's about money. So basically the recurring revenue is what you get from there, and because the prices are in really good level with your cloud marketplace, so then they can actually have a profit up to 40%, and that's excellent. I know a lot of Microsoft partners that are getting like 4% instead of 40%, so that's excellent profit, and it's recurring revenue, so it's important to understand. And then in the end of the day, this is about technology. So we have almost zero configuration and hassle-free maintenance. So that's really important thing for the reseller point of view, because they don't need to waste any time with our services. Everything is automated what can be automated. And of course, plus with us they are actually in a good company, so we are really reliable Finnish pioneer in all cloud backup services. So we have done that almost 10 years already, and we secure valuable business data for over 4,000 different companies all around in the world. So that's basically pretty good number also, and it defines that we know what we are doing. And then I collect also some action points that how we could go further from that side. So if there is any potential resellers, I'm more than happy to join. Our technical crew is more than happy to join if they want online demonstration or whatsoever. We will do everything we can do to help you guys. And then for yourself and also for your resellers, please ask for a demo for version 2.0 so we can actually give you credential, and then you can actually try it by yourself, and your resellers can try it also by themselves. So let's make things as easy as possible. And if there are any joint meetings that we can join, so please feel free to contact me, and I will arrange myself or somebody else from my sales team to help you guys. And we have good concepts all around in the Europe already. So basically, I think there is a lot of so-called best practices that we can also offer to you guys. And then just let's copy the concept and start to earn. Good. Okay, but hey, I think that was pretty much everything what I have in my mind at the moment. And from here, you can find my contact information. Please feel free to send me email, give a call, and at least send me an invitation in LinkedIn to LinkedIn. So that would be excellent. Is there at this point something that you would like to ask or a comment?
Thanks, Henry, for your presentation. I would like to know if someone has any kind of questions about the presentation of the solutions, because I would like to share with you some of the information we have right now in our marketplace to see what plans do we have right now with Nexetic. So if you have any kind of questions, I will wait just a minute to continue with the presentation. I see there's no questions. I will share my screen, Henry.
Okay.
Just show a slide with the plans we have right now in the marketplace. Okay. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, now I can see it.
Okay. What do we have right now in Nexetic in our marketplace of Intcomex? We have 5 different plans, and I would like to just point out some of the main features that each plan has. So I would like to start with the plans of Nexetic Shield Backup for Office 365. This plan has Exchange Backup, OneDrive Backup, SharePoint Backup, and also Restore Portal and fully automatic backup. If you enter to the marketplace, you can see this plan already integrated in our marketplace, and you can see all the details and prices that we have with this plan. We also have, I would like to point out the second plan. I would mention at the end the other plan. I would like to mention the Nexetic Shield Backup for G Suite. We also have a G Suite Backup, and in this case, some of the features we have is Gmail Backup, Google Drive Backup, Team Drive Backup, Backup Portal, and also fully automatic backup. This is the other plan we have. So we have a backup for Office 365, for G Suite, and also, if you can see in the middle of these plans, we have the devices backup. So it's very important to see that we have a differentiator here, because we have a device exactly a device backup. So we have backup on Win and Mac. So we can have a computer backup. We can backup every 15 minutes, easy to deploy with a quick retrieval. And also is a fully automatic backup. This plan is also available in our Intcomex marketplace. And also we have some add-ons to these plans. One of them are extra space for Nexetic Shield Backup for Office 365. Is an additional storage for Office 365 with licenses from 50 gigabytes up to 1 terabyte. But with this add-on, you need to have a valid Nexetic Shield Backup Office 365 subscription. So you can have this add-on. Just you first have to purchase the Nexetic Shield Backup Office 365 plan to get this one. And also we have another add-on, and this is the extra space for Nexetic Shield Backup G Suite with the additional storage for G Suite in this case, with licenses from 50 gigabytes up to 1 terabyte. And also in this case, you also need to have a valid Nexetic Shield Backup G Suite subscription, as you can see in the plan that I mentioned before. So those are the plans we have right now with Nexetic in our marketplace with Intcomex. If you enter to the marketplace, you can see all the different details and features each plan has. So if you need some details, or if you need some additional or extra information, you can contact me, or you can contact directly with Henry. Henry, as you know, speaks English, so it's easier for us and for all of you to have any kind of fluid conversation and fluid communication with him. So feel free to contact him. Feel free to contact me if you need extra information, and if you can just need a kind of a call or just having more information, just feel free to do it. I don't know if someone of you has another question about the presentation.
Maybe I can add a little bit on that part, that this laptop backup, so basically it has unlimited plan. So it means that it doesn't matter how much data the end user has. Okay. So basically everything goes. And then with the Microsoft 365 backup and with the Google G Suite backup or Workspace these days backup, it includes in the first place 50 gigabytes per each user. So basically, if they are ordering like 10 seats, then it means that they will get the 10 times 50 gigabytes. So it's a half terabytes that they will get, and it's enough for the 95% of the end customer. So that's what our calculation is, because the average amount of data that there is in the 365 environment at the moment, average is 15 gigabytes, and we are giving 50 gigabytes right away. So it's for 95%, it's enough. But if it's not, then there is these plans that you can even buy like 1 terabyte more space if needed. But for most of the cases, it's not needed.
Thank you, Henry. I don't know if someone has a question about the presentation to ask directly to Henry. It's important to see here that if Kerry, because Kerry is a new product manager for Jamaica, to try to catch some new resellers, Kerry. So we can just trying to see what kind of new opportunities we may have in the near future to explore. So in this case, Kerry, if you have any kind of question that maybe you want to ask to Henry, please feel free to do it.
Yeah, and if there is any questions with your potential or current reseller, so just let me know, and if needed, I'm more than willing to join you with a joint meeting with the reseller. So I will do everything I can help you to get up and running as fast and smooth as possible.
Yeah, it's important also to mention, let me check if I can share the screen. Let me check if I can enter first, because we have some information available in our reseller portal. So let me see if I can enter to this portal to show the information. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to share this information because it's very important to all of our resellers. Because in our marketplace, if you can enter into the reseller portal in the support tab, we can have here some kind of information about Nexetic and some kind of brochures and material to share with all the resellers, and also the resellers can share this information with their final customers. So as you can see here in the screen, you can see some of the material we have. So we are going to upload more material because we have some extra information. And also we have some presentations that was launched last year. So if you want to have some more information, you can just enter to this reseller portal and to have this information. So it's very important to communicate that we have this information available to all of our resellers, because you can enter and you can just with some clicks to have all this information downloadable to all of our resellers and final customers. So this information you can see in the reseller portal that is here. Okay, so we have the full portfolio of different solutions, and you can find Nexetic in this place. Okay, you have some email marketing. I don't know if it's in Spanish or in English, but we also have all this information, and we are going to upload this information. Let me check. Yeah, this information is in Spanish, but we also have it in English. My marketplace is in Spanish. Maybe that's the reason.
But you can change it in the superior part. Maybe if you can close this window.
Okay.
No. Only the piece.
Let me enter again.
Yeah, okay.
Because it says English.
Because you can change it in the same page. Spanish or English is you can find both.
Okay, so we're going to enter to the reseller portal. Yeah, and
if you see space language, exactly. So you can put English, and you can find all our material in English also.
Thank you, Marce. Nexetic. Let me see. Okay, here I have the information. Sorry, here I have the information in English. So we have the campaigns and also the all information that you have. We have brochures, tutorials. So you can download this information and share with your resellers, and also the resellers can share this information with their final customers. So that's important to mention, because we have this information and we're going to upload more information in the near future. So I don't know if we have some questions. No. Anyone? I don't know, Henry, if you would like to add some other information.
Well, I think that was pretty much everything what I have on my mind. One thing I was wondering that would you like to, because we already discussed like last summer when we went through this sales material and these like ideas that what is difference between Nexetic and the competitors. I think there was pretty good slide about the what is the how do we are like positioning ourselves in the market. So I was wondering that would it be helpful if we just one more time to look that one? I think I can find it pretty fast if needed. So if
absolutely, yeah, it would be very helpful for us to have this information and to share with. If we can share this information with the resellers, it would be great. Or maybe trying to prepare some extra material to have this information available for all of us.
Yeah, that's actually something that we have shared with you guys, but just wait a minute, because I think this was pretty good. This was more or less about the laptop backup, but this, as mentioned, we are competing with the Microsoft 365 backup. We are competing with the SkyKick, so basically little bit same kind of approach. But let me share it from. There we go. Okay, can you now see the competitor slide?
Yes.
Okay, so basically this is really good, and it was also for me good to understand that what is the position of the company that I'm running. But that's how we are seeing the market, and that's also how the market is seeing us. So this is our position. So we have the target market. We have more or less in the SME side, and with whom we are competing. Then of course Acronis is one, Druva is one, Backblaze is the one, and this is the group where we are and who we are against with, and I think it's important to understand that with what kind of players we are challenging in this market, and we made also this second slide. I think this was pretty good because there is a lot of discussions in the end customers. They are thinking that, okay, should we use Acronis or should we use Nexetic? And there are a couple of good ideas about that, because we have this full suite for modern SMEs, and it needs to have a great service also for smaller MSPs. And this is something that we are making big difference if you compare us to Druva, Indian-based company, or Acronis, Russian-based company. And we have actually going through that discussions also with a lot of players in the Europe, because we are in the also cloud marketplace, and we are operating through the also cloud marketplace in 17 different countries these days, and there are a lot of moving away from these services, and I think that might be also helpful information for you guys, and this is how the drill is basically going.
Yeah, it would be very helpful. It would be very helpful, Henry.
Yeah.
So if you can share with us, I will appreciate it.
Yeah,
to have this information available.
Yeah, I will send it to you, so then you can share it with all the rest of the people. I will do that right away.
Thank you, Henry. I don't know if someone has a question about the presentation. Okay, nobody.
Yeah, but hey, okay, please send me LinkedIn invitation and we can continue the discussion there, and of course.
But let's put the information of your LinkedIn profile in the chat. So
yes, so that's easy for them to follow. Thanks,
you. Marlene.
Yeah.
He posted a lot of interesting things from the industry, so you can follow Henry, and he's a CEO, so it's always good to hear what a CEO has to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to post at least half of my post in English. So.
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
My Spanish is still a little bit in rusty, but I'm working on that. So.
You will improve it in our territory.
Yeah, I promise.
Definitely, yes. Thank you very much, Henry, for your time and your message for our partner community, and also for our internal team. It's always a pleasure to hear what Nexetic has to bring us. And I think it's a great opportunity, and now in this time where in our region there's a lot of computers that still doesn't have a backup. So we can position your device protection and always with the email protection as well for Office 365. So we are the largest distributor for Microsoft in Latin America and the Caribbean. So definitely we have a great opportunity to attach Nexetic to our businesses. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody, and thank you, Isabel, and
thank you
Marlene.
very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So much.
Yep.
Have a great day,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you, Henry.
For participation.
Bye.
Bye.